Leave, right? Oh, that is not my fault. I'm so sorry. Is this better? That's still a little loud, right? Okay, okay, is this better? Okay. Don't get mad at me, it's not my fault, okay? There's no button up here. Hey, one more time for Lubo, everybody. Let him hear it, come on. All right, we're gonna keep the show going. Next comedian coming up, she's also a freshman, I believe. Give it up for Rachael Moss, everybody.
Thank you very much for that introduction. I am not a freshman. I am a junior, which is the closest thing you can get to an existential crisis without actually having to deal with the repercussions of it. Thank you. Senior year is weird, so I hear. I am actually one of the closest things that you can get to a minority at the University of New Hampshire, which is 3/4 Jewish. My boyfriend is fully Jewish. He's so Jewish that, you know those curly cues that Jews have? No, you guys don't know because this is New Hampshire. Anyway, he has them on either. Did I just turn it off?
You may have.
See, I used someone else for the run. Can you hear me now? Perfect. Well, everyone's a punchline, but he's so Jewish that he has the curly cues on either side of his penis. Turtlenecks are kind of weird. I'm wearing one, they're kind of hip. They're a little bit like, ooh, French, ooh, Beat Generation, ooh, existentialist, but it's weird that they're called turtlenecks. And I think that they're called that because they did not want to call them shoulder foreskins. In case you needed a demonstration. I think that's worth noting. I do have to apologize. I've been a little bit down in the dumps lately. Have you ever had a period so bad you don't know whether to call a doctor or a plumber? I know you guys might be, you men in the audience might be uncomfortable with that time of the month jokes, so here's another one that you might like. A bunch of Romans walk into a bar, and one of them turns to the barkeeper and says, "I'll take 5 beers, please." Period joke. The time. See? V is 5 in Roman numerals. I thought this was college.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
But I'm part of the Eta Sigma Phi. You probably don't know of it. It's the Classics Honors Society on campus, and I wear my Greek letters around, and I'm actually vehemently opposed to fraternities and sororities, but it is the closest thing to Greek life on campus. We sit around and we carve letters into stone tablets, and we write philosophy. It's we argue with each other a lot. I've been working on my beard. It's part of the initiation ritual, but it hasn't been coming in very well. I used to wear fake mustaches. You know what? Let's get loose with this. I'm a casual person, but I used to be very formal back in high school. My grandparents would give me a $20 gift certificate to Amazon, and without fail, every single time I would use it to buy fake mustaches in bulk. You know, now I use it to buy cool notebooks because I'm an adventurous adult, but I used to wear them around every single day. If I had friends, they would have thought I was weird, but there wasn't really anyone to criticize me, which was fantastic. But I would go into malls like that, and I would make it kind of a public performance art kind of thing. I'd be this 11-year-old girl wearing a My Little Pony t-shirt and a fake mustache. Be like, "What's up, world?" And I actually got to the point where I had a panic attack if I didn't wear a fake mustache into a mall, and it was because I was so concerned that I was conforming to society. And I think that's when I truly became a hipster for the first time. Hipster is a pretty 2011 term. I think now it kind of covers a lot of sub-genres of people, but I actually come from a long line of hipsters. My grandma, for instance, invented the jean skirt. She cut jeans in half, and then she sewed it back up again. She wore it around. I was going to wear one as an homage to her. But she also had this incredible Jufro that I am unfortunately not possessing the genetic material to replicate. My parents were art students. All 4 of my grandparents were artists. And so for me, being a liberal arts major is kind of a step up in the world. My parents are hipsters. They're Jewish. They wanted to call me something biblical, but they wanted me to also face the right amount of persecution in my life that I would learn to kind of be an individual. So they spelled it wrong on my birth certificate. They said it was intentional. I believe them, but only because I think they take happiness in my misery. Correcting someone on spelling your name 15 times a day is not always fun, but it's gotten to the point where I'm paranoid. Someone says, "Rachael Moss," and I'm like, "Did you say that with an A-E-L?" Sometimes I see speech bubbles, but one of the things that I'm proud of about myself is that I can poop anywhere.
Wow.
A lot of people are shy poopers. They're being poop-lite. Oh, damn it. But I've never really had a problem because, well, first of all, I'm just comfortable, and my sphincter, rectum, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, it's just not scared. So I can actually count how many bathrooms in this mub I've pooped in, and I think it's about 7. As a junior, you freshmen, you'll get there, Lube. There could be a lube joke there, but I know you're probably tired of them. It's fine. But I know that other people get awkward when they're just trying to pee in the bathroom and someone else is taking like a... and so I've started like making it a really nice experience for them. So sometimes when I hear someone else come in, I'm in the middle of my business, and sometimes I'm writing an essay while I'm doing my business because we're in college, time management skills. Sometimes I start playing music on my phone. Something gentle, maybe some Glass Animals, some Alt J. It's like, I want to put them on phone. It's kind of sexy music. And it's gotten to the point where I think that's actually why I became a radio DJ. Because people would start lining up outside the bathroom. In between the, now my radio show is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Thursdays at WUNH, but before it was the 5 minutes before my anthro class, after my classics course, in the bathroom at Ham Smith on the first floor. There would be a line outside. It's very flattering coming out and you're like, "You're the DJ girl!" You know, got great taste in music, got bad smelling poops. But classes are weird. We're college students, we're supposed to go to them, right? Thanks, being bus guy. For those of you who weren't there last night, this guy watches porn. We all do. If you don't watch porn, you should try it. There's a lot of categories. Sometimes, it took me a long time to realize that sometimes Pornhub can be limiting. And Bing is where it's at. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I've always been a really good student in classes. My nickname in several of them has been Hermione because I'll sit in the front row of class and the teacher will ask a question and I'll... Back when Yik Yak was a thing, someone actually messaged on the anonymous Twitter thing and they were like, "Hey girl in the front row of my communications class, shut the fuck up!" And it's anonymous, so I was like, "Hey, sorry about that." And they were like, "Yeah, you should be." But sometimes I'll be in class and, I'll be getting uncomfortable because sometimes being a woman is uncomfortable. And so I'll just do this. Apparently there are 40 other people in my class, but you do this thing where you're sitting in the front row of class and the teacher's been talking for a while and you want to maintain composure because you don't want to be seen as a bad student. Turns out there's 40 other people in my class that I never knew about because I was answering all the questions, but they know me as 223 girl bra remover. I don't know.
223 girl bra.
Anyway, so bras are terrible. That's basically, I guess I got time for one more. Let's do this. I'm not taking off my underwear. That would have been really good, though. Do you guys like cookies? Yes. Can I hear a round of applause for cookies? As a college student in today's society, I find the biggest struggle of my day-to-day operations is that I don't know any Girl Scouts. And therefore, my access to Girl Scout cookies is limited. Can I hear it for if you like Thin Mints? Can I hear it if you like Samoas? Can I hear it if you like shortbread cookies? Rethink your lives. Shortbread cookies are like Tinder. Do you want to know why? Because you will only eat them at the time when you are so desperate. You just want something in your mouth. And it's always disappointing, and it's always dry. All right. That's it for me, but thank you very much for listening. Thank you.